So I have hip hop artist Steven Malcom joining me today. Bro, how are you doing?
Yes, feeling blessed up, sis. How about you?
I'm good, I'm good. Or should I say, walk one?
Yeah, going there. Love it.
It's so good. It's so good to be able to catch up with you. Now, I know you were in the UK recently, and I didn't get to catch up with you while you were here, but what was it that brought you to the UK?
Yes, I was. Big up yourself, everybody in the UK, London. Shout out, man. Big love, big love. It was big vibes, man. I came over there, for the first time, and I came to just record, but ended up linking up with a few folks, with a few, friends and some influencers over there to show me the way and proper things. And yeah, I loved it, man. From the culture to, I'm talking about, I seen young kids dressed in the fashion was A1 to an older couple dressed in the fashion was A1. And so just the health and the food was just so much better and the vibes. And I loved it. I loved it. Yeah.
Whereabouts were you hanging here in the UK? Were you in London or?
So yeah, I was in London. I stayed in Westminster. That's the hotel, but I ventured out into Croydon. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
Proper. Man, I've had a proper thing every time I come to the yard there. So yeah, the boys showed me right.
Oh, nice. Who are some of the people you linked up with?
Shout out M.R, man. He's a recording artist out there, and he's got an amazing YouTube channel called Cook and Vibe. And so yeah, he's out there in London. So we linked up, took me to a nice Yardman restaurant, and we just vibed out. So it's cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice, nice. So let's talk music. Tell us about your current project.
Yeah, man. So the latest project I got out is an album called Tree. Why is it called Tree? It's my third studio album, and us Jamaicans pronounce three tree. You know what I mean? And it kind of it really goes hand in hand with like my journey as a man of God. When I first came to the faith, I didn't grow up Christian at all. I came to the faith when I was 19, young man, and I really wanted to get rooted in my faith. I didn't want to be a Christian, just say I'm a Christian, but then be out in the dark doing crazy mess. I wanted to be for real. So I got rooted in my faith. And because I got rooted, I stand firm today through the valleys. This thing, life kind of got a little harder when I became Christian. I'll just be honest. Like I started actually thinking about stuff and caring about stuff. And so the journey's been crazy, but through the storms, through the craziness, I've always stood firm. And through these years of standing firm and being rooted, I've seen God bear fruit in my life, and all that just signifies a tree. So yeah, this project, this album that I have out is called Tree, and my family dynamic is crazy. I'm the only one to go to college. I'm the only one that is married. I'm a faithful husband with a son. I'm a present father in my son's life, and so I broke a lot of generational curses in my family tree. I'm a family of tree. And so it just all made sense. Yeah.
Oh, wow. And one of the questions I was going to ask you is tell us about your journey to Christ. So, were you doing music before you were a Christian?
Nah, I was not, man. I had some hoop dreams, you know what I mean? Even though I'm 5'9", short cat, I got a mean jump shot. And I was pursuing basketball and got into college, and my grades honestly weren't even good enough to play basketball. So I was pursuing a criminal justice career. And the only reason that I was really a little musically inclined is just the culture that I come from. I come from the hip hop culture to where ciphers would go on. They'd be like, Steve, freestyle real quick. And so I would just, bust little freestyles. But there was a moment in my life, a span of 2 years. It was my junior and senior year in high school. And my dynamic was crazy. Like, long story short, my mom, she had just got home from rehab. She was an alcoholic, and then she remarried. So she moved out of state. And my sister, who was 2 years older than me, was a stripper, addicted to drinking and cocaine. And so my family and home dynamic was really, really messed up. So I didn't stay at my house a lot. I would leave and stay at this one house that had a lot of my like street brothers, like the older cats who would, protect the young talent in the hood. I was that young talent. And so they're like, yo, Steve, come to the crib, man, and get in the studio. So in this house, it was a party house. And they would just party and drink and smoke. But downstairs, they had a studio. And so me, because I was into basketball, I didn't drink, I didn't smoke. So I would just be in the studio, and one of the big homies showed me how to record myself. And so while they was partying and doing their thing, I would be in the basement recording myself just for fun. And then God turned into a serious thing.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
Now, you put emphasis on the fact that you're a present father, which is a big deal, especially in our community. Coming
Mhm.
from, kind of the life experiences that you had in your own upbringing and kind of being a broken home, what was it that made that so important for you? Because oftentimes, people will say, "Well, I come from a broken home, so it's natural that my future would be broken as well." How was it you turned that around?
Because I feel like, I live a life where it's cool that people will come up to me and like, yo, Steven Malcom, you're a legend. You've done this. You're so dope at rapping. Whoa, whoa, whoa. But like, no, I really feel like at the end of the day, man, none of this will matter. The only thing that will matter is the legacy that I leave my family. And it really hit me when he was born. Like, it's like, bro, I can rap the illest bars, but 200 years from now, nobody's gonna remember the bars that I wrote and spit. It's just like, well, but will my sons remember what I did for them and the family and paving the way? And so, yeah, man, legacy to me is the most important thing and what I can leave for my family.
Brilliant. And
Yeah,
now the project Tree, you spoke about it, being about your journey and becoming rooted and experience and grounded, right?
yeah.
How was it you became grounded? What were practical things that you did to become rooted and grounded in the faith?
Oh man, I'm surrounded by some real ones. You have to be surrounded by real ones, man. I'm talking about like I've been around the world, Joe. I've been around the world. I've sat with pastors, with youth pastors, with artists, friends, and people who are like people of faith. And I've seen chinks in the armor. Like I've seen them maybe slip out a little cuss word. And I don't judge, and I'm not saying whatever, like whatever you want to say, that's it. Or maybe the N word, like, you know what I'm saying? It's whatever. It comes out. Or maybe, checking out a thing when she walked by. Like I've seen little chinks, but yo, like when it comes to like my pastor who like discipled me and is always around me, man, I've never seen a chink in this dude's armor. My bro who is my DJ, who is like my ace, my best friend, like him, like there's no like I wild out. Like I'm the type of like if I feel disrespected, I'm like, all right, I'm wilding out now. It's time to revert back to my old ways. I gotta get ratchet. I gotta get hood real quick. But my guys is like they checked me like, Steve, no, that's not how we handle things. And so yeah, I've always surrounded myself closely with like close brethren who are like super super solid. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like they don't mess up. They don't they don't mess up, man. And I mean, nobody's perfect. Like their thing mostly is wanting to bust somebody's head too, you know. But yeah, I surround myself with solid individuals, all the time.
Right. So tell me about performing at the Dove Awards. How was that experience for you?
Oh man, that was like there's moments in artist career I feel like where you're like, all right, I could retire and be like totally satisfied. You know what I mean? And me, I'm a huge Michael Jackson fan. I grew up watching Mike. And being on a stage that big with production like that, it just feels like I'm MJ for a second, you know what I mean? Like, and so yeah, this like moments where it's like this is a moment. I feel like I done something big, and yeah, it's only getting better, man. It's only getting better. I can't wait to like actually perform and then like win and it be like a full circle night. That'd be crazy, but it's coming soon. So, oof,
Well, you've
yeah,
been nominated, what, twice now? So it's gonna happen,
yeah,
right? It's
yeah.
gonna happen.
It's bound to happen. It's bound to
That's right.
happen.
So another big thing, and I guess a topic that everyone wants to hear about, is you working with Snoop. Snoop
Yeah,
Dogg. First of all,
Snoop.
how did that happen? And then secondly,
Yeah,
what was it like?
yeah. So man, I can call him Uncle Snoop now. You know what I mean? Because we met and we vibed out, so it's cool. And yeah, so his A&R heard the record because my A&R knows him. So my guy knows everybody in the biz. He's like the dopest dude. And so I had this song, and I'm like, man, Snoop would sound ill on this record. He's like, I can shoot it to him, see if he likes it. So he did that right there, shot it to him. 5 minutes later, boom, he gets the email back. Yo, this song is dope. It's his vibe. He likes it. He'll have his vocals to you tomorrow. And I
What?
kid you not, vocals was in the next day. It was literally the easiest feature to get on the album. Vocals in the next day. And then from there, say you like, okay, this is too good to be. It's like a too good to be true thing. Like it's got to be harder. It's got to be something. So then it like the catch was the video. Like you got to get a video. You know what I mean? With Snoop and yeah, so he's ripping and running, and it's like, okay, yeah, we'll do it. Oh no, he's too busy. Okay, yeah, we'll do it. Oh no, he's too busy. So finally, they told us to pull up while he was on tour. So if you watch the video, it looks like we in LA, but no, I was in LA. I shot my parts in LA, and his team was like, hey, we have a show in Tulsa tonight with Ice Cube and Snoop. Pull up, we'll shoot the scenes, and then y'all can party with them and whoa, whoa, whoa. So yeah, we pulled up. They came out and man, Snoop Dogg came rolling up in an electric scooter. It was the first thing he said. The first thing he said, he was like, "The dog has arrived, y'all." That's the first thing he said. And yo, he literally like talks how you see him talking on the commercials and the movies with the lingo and all that. And he was just super cool, laid back, and vibed with the record. And he knew his words. And man, he dropped a gem on me too. He was just like, "Yo, youngin, this record is dope." And he said, "Great music makes moments like this." So
Mm.
that's something that I'll always remember, man. And yeah, just it was really a vibe, really dope, and like little things like his management, because it's Snoop Dogg. Like this is as industry as it gets. So his management was like, "Y'all get 3 takes, one group selfie, and we gotta go." Like it was like that before Snoop came out. Like it was tight,
Yeah.
and Snoop came, and nah, he was the one where like before they left, he looked at me and was like, "Yo, nephew, you want a selfie?" I'm like,
Oh,
"Yeah."
what?
So, I was playing it by the rules, but yo, he looked at me and was like, "Do I want a selfie?" I'm like, "Yeah." So boom, got the selfie with him, and yeah, man, told us to stick around. He's like, "Yo, y'all got all access, stick around." And I thought about it because I was gonna go back to my room because the dudes I was with had been up all day and
Mhm.
moving. So I was like, "All right, let me drop them off and just get some sleep." But I thought about it like, yo, I got an all access pass to a Snoop Dogg show. So I shot a music video with him, vibed out with him. He dropped a gem on me, got a selfie with him, and then an hour later, I'm literally like side stage watching him perform. And then that's when I realized I'm the biggest fan because I'm yelling all the words. I'm the hypest one. I know all the words. So I really did grow up a Snoop fan. And so yeah, it was a surreal moment. Like imagine shooting a music video with one of the biggest hip hop icons that you looked up to as a kid. I grew my afro out as a kid in
Mm.
elementary because of Snoop. Then doing a song with him, then watching him on stage, like I was low key feeling like the man in that moment. Low key feeling like the man in that moment. So it was dope. It was a blessing, and great music made a moment like that.
Tell us how we can follow you, stay connected, get the music, download all the streaming, everything.
Yeah, yeah. So online, man, tap in with me, Steven Malcom. That's the name my mama gave me, so that's the name I go with. They call me Midwest because I'm from the mighty Midwest and I represent very well. So yeah, Steven Malcom on all social media platforms. Hit me up because this year is about to be crazy, man. I went over there to Europe, touched, what I'm saying, rode in the UK and made some of the illest music that I've made so far. So 2023 is gonna be crazy, man. So tap in, link up.
Link up, Steven Malcom. Thank you so much for your time today. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, bless up, sis. Appreciate you.